All right, time for the new news time because Skydance Sports, along with Hyde Entertainment, were on board to do an often Ashe biopic with El Ganser's Barton, director of the Inspection, and by any means, will do talks to direct now, and also Kevin Wilmot, the writer of the Black Man, were already set the rights. And this is going to be an interesting thing. I don't know why this is could be a biopic spoke. Now, did this success of air 2 years earlier over on uh, Amazon Studios, were later would rebrand as Amazon NGN Studios since Amazon bought NGN. I think this movie is pretty much in similar vein like that. The Skydance Sports was become the new era. Like, oh, Manly Sports was a different story, but this Skydance Sports has become the new offshoot brand of Skydance now. And due to the Skydance Paramount and Skydance merger was on the way because he had a more extended date like that because he had a plans to do will be completed in the end of 2025. This one is pretty much the going to be a more like a different kind of brands. Like Skydance Animation will be merged with along with Skydance Sports and all the brands were now under the Paramount banner. But we'll wait see what happens the merger. So, but back to where it started. Now, after Ashe was known the Remington um, sport person who was known in tennis champ, and he was in and he became no no a second. Sorry about that. In case you don't know, Ash Alton Ashe was known from the become the most only black man to win the Remington in an U.S. Open. He ranked number one in the world in 1968. He won for U.S. Open and become the most erring American history of the nation's struggle and association of Robert Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. And he an anti-protest, anti-Vietnam protest in the civil rights movement. He was also and Ashley was forwarding the Black Revolution in America to finding his voice, his own unique voice. He strikes up a bold in a new path against apartheid in South Africa and helps to open the country to freedom. That's like an info. He started off in the career as a tennis champ and now ventured to political uh, type things. But I think this is going to be. Here we go again. Sorry about that again. So, of course, Ashley movie was going to be, of course, an mass heart. Now, I Park opinion, full supporter of the Arthur Ashley's estate, which is in the project. And of course, Ascon Amarai he was an Iranian American film producer, and the Puran Arachai were producing, along with Justin's Ira Gordon, were producing for production for their company Freedom Patriot. As well, they executive produced by Jenny, Musan, Sammy, Ashi, and Alexander. I'm going to talk about Hyde Park Entertainment in a second. Now, Hyde Park was known as an independent film company like this. Asko Ajmai was co-founder of Franchise Pictures with with Eli Samahan. Was probably influenced production company was known Gala was known best known of the infamous worst movie Battlefield Earth, and he left entirely. But Madeline Pictures was probably known the co-founder of David Hoffman, was probably known to films like Jojo's Jungle live action movie with a young Brendan Fraser, and the Negator, the Samuel Jackson Kevin I didn't age well Spacey and along stars in the F. Gary Ray film was produced distributed by Warner Brothers and co-produced with New Regency because at the time New Regency moved to distribution to Warner Brothers to 20th Century Fox, now 20th Century Studios since Disney bought that. But if you know, he said a lot of released and more films like this, mostly in indie films and probably move finance the projects. Now, as for the films like The Ritual Sing, Band-Aids, Bringing Down the House, Walking Tall, stars the young Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the early movie roles. A Shop Go and Racy Helen, The Astronaut Farmer, Trick or Treat. It was the cult classic film Flawless, Asylum, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chong He, which didn't age well because the new um, Street Fighter movie was going on legendary Vason. Machete was in U.S. distribution by 20th Century Fox, and international distribution was handled by Sony Pictures. And Blue Valentine, the Ryan Gosling film, and Ghost Rider: Spirit of the Renters was a sequel to the Nicolas Cage film of the same 2007 film. And that's pretty much it. That's it. Oh, 99 No Homes. That's Andrew Garfield movie was begun independent before it's pretty because when the studios never heard. And that's pretty much it. And that's what I know. And Prey. It's not related with the Predator movie of the same name 3 years later in 2022. But so that's what I know. That's Hypoc Entertainment in a nutshell. But it might be good to be resurrectioned because Hypoc would expand, would return for the roots. It's going to be a revival of Hypoc Entertainment. There's going to be of course, the current state was upcoming English language remake of Audition with at Focus Features with the Christina Taffer was the writer and director of the original Norwegian Danish film Speak No Evil, were later involved in the remake by Blumhouse, and of course it was produced by Andrew G. E- Mario Kassar, that's right, co-founder of Taroko Pictures. Remember that? Me neither. And Rubik's, the mind-blending cinematic remake of the was selling was selling toy, but I'm not sure that after the success of Bobby or any other, or Dungeons and Dragons or whatever it is, or Transformers, as well. In the partnership with the fifth season, the premiere ongoing TV series adaptation of the sequel memorial to a novel to the Black Klansman, the Hip Hop Cop, in partnership with the rapper 50 Cent. Happy 50th birthday, Mr. Carter's. It was created by the Oscar-winning Wilmont, the same writer who also did another movie project, and directed by Anthony Hermé. And the feature film adaptation of Rita Wright's insulated the best ever selling novel, The Man Who Lived on the Ground, written by Kenya Barris, in partnership of these Kabalo Inc. Society, and so on and so forth. Even Skydance, so that's a newly revival uh, Hypoc Entertainment. Oh, and then I mentioned Skydance Sports will on board a lot of projects due to success of Air, but other strict big projects, including the American team, the Gambler, and his Cowboys, a WWE Unreal was putting in the way due to WWE signed with the partnership overhaul deal with Netflix. Holiday Touchdown, a Bill Love story, a docu-series with NBA legend Diane Tulser, and um, the docu-series with Kansas City Chiefs on ESPN, the docu-series of San Francisco 49ers on AMC, as docu-series on UConn women basketball team on for Apple TV Plus, a scripted series for Hulu written and executive produced by Dan Fogan, was represented in the world of the NFL, and a feature film about the NFL player John Tokay was known as Mr. Invincible, stars breakout star of James Gunn's Superman movie, David Corswell. So we'll wait to see what happens. But as a Hyperc Entertainment revival, we're going to be new era. Like, say you've seen the cover films like Blue Valentine and the first Machete movie and along others, we'll wait see what happens if Hyde Park Entertainment with something new era. This is going to be a return of a form. This is going to be the return of Hyde Park Entertainment, and especially upcoming film like the English language remake of Edition, and with co-produced by Mario Casar. And as well as in the Hip Hop Cop, the sequel to Black Klansman with rapper 50 Cent, and Rubik's, and it was going to be a cinema movie adaptation of the best-selling toy. So that made no sense. So we see what happens. the newer revival Hyde Park Entertainment, and I hope after actually biopic will be might be co-distributed by I think Paramount Pictures, or rather Searchlight Pictures, or maybe Focus Features, or maybe Neon. I don't know, but we'll wait see. So good luck for that, and I can't wait to see what happened in casting choices at some point. So good luck.